Good morning, friends. It's good to see you. I hope that you are doing well and that your families aren't driving you too crazy. If you celebrate Passover or Easter, I hope that you had a really nice holiday, even if it was different from how you normally celebrate. Um, Thank you to those of you who came to a Google Meet last week, and to those of you who have been working diligently to finish your assignments. Um, it makes me happy to hear things like, I really liked this podcast or this video, or I found it interesting that, or even those of you who are just doing the actively learn articles. That's enough. That's enough. Um, Remember that working your brain out is just like working out any other part of your body. If you don't use it and engage intellectually or academically, you're going to lose it. And that's why we always see every summer kind of like a summer slide where students' test scores go down after 3 months off of school. So I'm going to encourage you to keep going. And if you didn't participate the last couple of weeks, by now you're certainly bored. I'm going to encourage you to engage now. Get those brain cells firing up again. Okay. Okay. So here are our options for this week. There is a video, and it's an interview with a lawyer or an attorney. His name is Arthur Mingo. And in this video, you're going to hear things like, how do you get into law school? What avenues are open to you in terms of career choices if you do graduate from law school? What kinds of law could you practice? How do you study for the bar exam? Yeah, just a lot of like really hands-on advice. So if you are considering a career in criminal justice or law, or even something like parole officer or prison guard, like those are careers that some of you have considered. And I think that this video will actually be really interesting to you. The second option is a podcast. Again, it's the same kind of crazy host, Flora from Every Little Thing. And I love how she engages in these fact emergencies. And so somebody called in with a fact emergency about who names nail polish. And guess what? It's a job, it's a career that people have. So if you've ever wondered that, I know I have, this is a perfect, um, perfect text for you, because this is a job that people have. And I'd love for you to explore that. And then finally, I've seen a lot of stories about young people doing good during this weird time. And I found an article on Actively Learn about what is actually happening in your brain when you do good. And it's called Adolescents Have a Fundamental Need to Contribute. So I think that you'll find it interesting. I hope. For academic vocabulary, I chose two roots that are very common, Benny and Mal. And I believe there's 12 words on the list, and I want you to just work with them. It's words like malign, malignant, benevolent. These all have to do with good and bad. And then finally, for self-care, there are two authors reading aloud. They are both African-American men, and they are both fabulous. Jason Reynolds was just named the Library of Congress ambassador, youth ambassador this year. He's written several really amazing books, and he has a new book called Look Both Ways. So at 10:30 in the morning, set your alarm. You can just tune into his Instagram live, and he's going to do some readings and answer some questions. Um, LeVar Burton reads, um, again, a throwback to my youth from Reading Rainbow. He reads a short story or an excerpt of a text on Twitter at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. So just screenshot that and upload that to Classroom. Another way that you can take care of yourselves and me is to drop by for a Google Meet. And I know that you are late sleepers, so am I. My bedtime is now officially 3 a.m. So I scheduled an afternoon one on Thursday, but you can also come at 11:30, which is reasonable, on Wednesday or Thursday. Just drop by, talk to me for 5 minutes. I just want to check in with you, know that you're safe, know that you're doing well or not. And you can help me out with ways to help you get through this crisis. Okay. And option 4 is I would love if you would write an email, a letter, a card, etc., to somebody who has made an impact on you in your life. And so this could be an auntie, a former teacher, somebody who mentored you or coached a team or was a youth group leader or something, a camp counselor. But just write them a letter. You can find addresses online very easily, actually. Or if you need help with that, I can help you. If it's a current teacher, I could reach out and find out a home address so that you could get a card to them. But I do want you to start thinking about maybe who you're grateful for or who has impacted your lives and do some good. It's good for your brain. Okay, so just a quick review. Read one text, whether that's watching a video, listening to a podcast, or reading an article on Actively Learn. Work on some vocab. It won't take you very long at all. And then do something that connects with your heart, whether that's going to Instagram Live or Twitter to hear people read their work or another author's work. Meet up with me or write a letter. Okay? If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'm on email a lot. Even while I'm doing a binge on Netflix, I check my email. I miss you and I love you very, very much. And I hope to hear from all of you this week. Okay. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye.